Israeli ground forces are apparently getting closer to a complete evacuation of northern Gaza. And that is not some temporary thing before a major operation. That's it. Gazans are being evacuated because that land will no longer be theirs. That has been the fear for a long time. The news we're talking about today is considered the first official acknowledgement. Now, there are some others in the Israeli government and military that are like, no, 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 no. Don't freak out. We'll let them go back to their homes, which we flattened. But we need to talk about what is actually happening. So Tuesday night, there was a media briefing. An IDF brigadier general told Israeli reporters that since troops had been forced to enter some areas twice, quote, there is no intention of allowing the residents of the northern Gaza Strip to return to their homes. He added that humanitarian aid would be allowed to, quote, regularly enter the south of the territory, but not the north, since there are no more civilians left. So that is helpful in that he is admitting what they're doing. It's also a whole lot of BS. So we had to go into these areas twice, so it's not your land anymore. That's not how international law works. That's not how the law works at all. And to then say, we will only allow aid to come all the way over there, so you can't be here. Both of those are war crimes. You can't steal people's land, and you can't use access to food as a weapon of war, which they've been doing, by the way, for months and months and months. That's what's going on right now. Now, an IDF spokesperson said earlier today that the comments had been taken out of context. I mean, you want to put them in context and you think that would help? You want the context of the last few months? It has been abundantly clear what the long-term plan for Gaza is. That's what we're seeing. But don't worry, Trump's gonna be in charge in America and he's gonna put the kibosh on that, Sabrina. But what do you think?
This is absolutely not a surprise. It's what people who care about Palestine have been saying for months, for over a year now, that this has always been the objective. I saw an architecture magazine or journal talking about developing in the northern Gaza area. So that has always been the plan. You know, it wasn't even just like withholding food from people, attacking innocent civilians. It has been about flattening the buildings, getting rid of the olive trees in the area. So that way there will be development and it's not going to be for the Palestinians.
No, they're not gonna have access to it. I mean, it's gonna be beachfront property and resorts, and hell, maybe Trump will have a hotel there. Wouldn't that be nice for them? But yeah, no, that has been abundantly clear. And right now, just the darkness of this news, it makes me mad. You know who I'm mad at? I'm mad at the few politicians that called this a genocide. No, obviously sarcastic there. That's what this is. They're killing people, they're destroying their infrastructure so that they can steal their land. That's all that it is. That's all that's happening right now, and it will likely continue. By the way, we don't have to let food go there because there's no civilians anymore. That's wrong in like two ways, both of them terrible. The UN estimated last month that there were still about 400,000 civilians there. They won't have any aid. Many will likely starve. And to be fair to the IDF, it was 400,000 a month ago. It is likely quite a few less, and tomorrow it will be less, and the next day it will be less as they're gradually killed. Now, there was social media footage yesterday showing dozens of displaced people carrying children and whatever they could carry through flattened areas of Gaza City. Many had not eaten in days. One told the AP, "We came barefoot, we have no sandals, no clothes, nothing. We have no money. There is no food or drink." And I just want to remind everyone, they're not that far from like beautiful beach Tel Aviv and all that. The idea that, well, there's nothing we can do, these people need to starve to death, is madness. It is a hop, skip, and a jump to civilization and food and wealth and plenty and security. Not over there though, we won't allow it. You know, even if people send to the aid, we're gonna stop it, okay? We're gonna confiscate it, we're gonna hold it at the border, we're gonna let it rot in the trucks. We don't care. Every bit of this suffering is willful. It is a strategy, okay? It is to create desperation and death that gets those people to willingly leave an area that will be stolen. Any other thoughts, Sabrina?
Just again, this mass suffering is why I don't blame any voter who did not vote for Kamala Harris If they have like closer ties to like Gaza, or if they just sympathize with a genocide going on, because they do see Kamala as an extension of Biden, as she is his VP. This is the current presidency that is allowing this to happen, that is supporting these war crimes. So it breaks my heart, and yeah, I don't blame them.
Yeah,
Please be easy on them.
I hate it too, and I know, obviously there are a lot of people in Israel that don't support this, not nearly enough. There are people who are cheering this on, that someday in 10 years or 20 years they'll be sitting by the beach on a folding chair drinking a Mai Tai, either not knowing or maybe knowing and being fine with the fact that it was built on a mountain of corpses. It was built on historic intentional murder of civilians. I mean, it will be one of the greatest horrors in foreign policy that we will have to look back on for the next century or more. War crimes being committed in full public view.